I express serious objections to the baseless and biased observation in the report regarding my country. I strongly denounce the biased approach adopted by the SR of the innocent civilian victims of the April 2025 terrorist attack in Pahalgam through biased communal lens. The allegation that this terrorist attack impacted displaced persons from Myanmar has absolutely no factual bearing. My country rejects such prejudiced and blinkered analysis by the special reporter. As a close neighbor, India continues to support all initiatives aimed at fostering trust and advancing a Myanmar-owned and Myanmar-led path toward peace, stability, and democracy. We reiterate our consistent position, calling for an immediate cessation of violence, release of political prisoners, unhindered delivery of humanitarian assistance, and inclusive political dialogue. We firmly believe that sustainable peace can only be secured through inclusive political dialogue and the early restoration of democratic processes through credible and participatory elections. The deteriorating security and humanitarian conditions continue to remain a matter of deep concern for us, particularly as these developments have cross-border implications for us, including the challenges posed by transnational crimes such as drug, arms, and human trafficking. India has consistently emphasized a people-centric approach in this engagement with Myanmar. Following the March 2025 earthquake, India promptly launched Operation Brahmo, dispatching over 1,000 metric tons of relief materials and deploying medical teams as the first responder. This built upon our earlier humanitarian initiatives, including Operation Chhatt during Typhoon Yagi and India's continuous assistance during previous natural calamities. Mr. Chair, I express serious objections to the baseless and biased observation in the report regarding my country. I strongly denounce the biased approach adopted by the SR of the innocent civilian victims of the April 2025 terrorist attack in Pahalgam through biased communal lens. The allegation that this terrorist attack impacted displaced persons from Myanmar has absolutely no factual bearing. My country rejects such prejudiced and blinkered analysis by the special reporter. I would also clarify at this forum that my country is seeing an alarming level of radicalization among the displaced persons, leading to consequential pressure and impact on the law and order situation. I would also urge the SR not to depend upon unverified and skewed media reports whose sole purpose appears to be maligning my country, where people of all faiths live, including more than 200 million Muslims, which is about 10% of the world's Muslim population. Mr. Chair, in conclusion, India will continue to work for peace and stability in the region, engage with the ASEAN under the framework of the 5-point consensus and support of the efforts of the UN Secretary General in facilitating a peaceful resolution in the best interest of the people of Myanmar. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
India is committed to multilateralism and the ideas enshrined in the UN Charter. A reformed and effective UN is essential for it to successfully discharge its mandated functions. India attaches high priority to the work of the UN disarmament machinery as laid out by the SSOD1. Chair, India accords importance to the Conference on Disarmament as a single multilateral disarmament negotiation forum. The conference has a mandate, membership and rules for negotiating LBIs on growth item again under its agenda. The conference this year once again was able to successfully adopt a decision on its work and its implementation. This is all the more noteworthy because the decision was accomplished in the midst of geographical stress and conflict. While the subsidiary body reports could not be agreed this year, India values the substantive deliberation that took place. As a main deliberative body within the UN on disarmament issue, the Commission's role as a platform for dialogue and cooperation, bringing together universal membership, cannot be understated. The Commission has made several important achievements in this past. having successfully adopted several notable guidelines and recommendations. Chair, India also looks forward to the convening of the SSOD4 to take stock of the progress and to revitalize disarmament machinery. India values the important efforts and publication by UNIDIR. India attaches importance to disarmament education. The fifth edition of the fully funded annual Disarmament of International Security Fellowship program by India was held in January this year, which saw participation and diplomats from 33 countries. Chair, the first committee is mandated by the SSOD1, brings together all UN member states to address questions relating to international peace and security. India hopes that our work will, despite the turbulent global security environment, contribute to the pursuit of collective and pragmatic solution. India stands ready to contribute and work with fellow members states in a collective endeavor to achieve shared objectives. I thank you, sir.